Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand stage where legends rise and rivalries explode. WWE SummerSlam 2025 has kicked off, and this year, it's bigger, bolder, and more unpredictable than ever before. For the first time in WWE history, SummerSlam spans two nights of absolute carnage, spectacle, and drama, all unfolding at the legendary MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Under the blazing lights and roaring crowd, a seismic shift in the WWE universe is already underway. Night 1 of SummerSlam didn't just open, it erupted. The tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, made his long-awaited return to the squared circle. But he didn't walk down the ramp alone. No. By his side stood his his brother-in-arms, the fiery and fearless Jey Uso. Together, they reformed the core of the Bloodline to take on a powerhouse duo making serious waves in WWE, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. From the opening bell, the atmosphere was electric. The tension was thick. Reigns, silent but seething, locked eyes with Breakker, a man many have called the future of the business. And in that stare, history trembled. Because this wasn't just about a tag match, it was a clash of eras, a passing of torches, a fight for supremacy. Bronson Reed, the human wrecking ball, stood like a stone pillar, ready to bulldoze through the Bloodline. But across the ring, Jey Uso bounced on the ropes with that signature swagger, feeding off the energy of 80,000 screaming fans, ready to prove once again that he's more than just a right-hand man, he's main event Jey. But let's not forget the puppet master in all of this, Paul Heyman. Now anointed as the oracle of WWE, Heyman's whispers have stirred kingdoms and fractured alliances. His presence ringside sent a chill through the arena. Every expression, every smirk, told a story, and that story was far from over. And then came the mind games. Reigns and Breakker opened the contest with a test of strength that turned into an all-out brawl. Fists flew, feet stomped, and bodies crashed into the barricades. Jey and Bronson tagged in next, and it was chaos incarnate. Reed's raw power versus Jey's explosive speed turned the ring into a battlefield. Momentum swung like a pendulum. The crowd lived and died with every near fall. Reigns hit a Superman punch, Breakker responded with a devastating spear. Jey nailed the USO splash, Bronson came back with a death drop from the second rope. But here's where it all changed. Reigns, seeing a spear coming for Jey, stepped in the line of fire. Yes, Roman Reigns took the bullet. He absorbed the spear, sacrificing himself in a stunning act of loyalty and family pride. The MetLife crowd gasped. Paul Heyman dropped his jaw. Jey Uso rose to the moment. Superkick to Bronson. Splash from the top. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Night 1's opening match ended with a victory for the returning Bloodline duo. The crowd exploded. Reigns, dazed but standing tall, lifted his fist in acknowledgement. Jey hugged him like a man who just witnessed a resurrection. But hold on, we're not done. Backstage rumors had swirled all week. Would Seth Rollins show up? Would the former architect of the Shield step into this war zone between his old brothers? After all, Rollins and Reigns once stood shoulder to shoulder. But the man Roman used to call brother is now the leader of his own army, a faction that wants to tear down the empire Roman built. And guess what? The camera panned to the skybox above the arena, and there he was. Seth Rollins, in full black and gold, watching like a lion behind the glass. No words. Just a smile. Just a reminder that the war is far from over. Because this isn't just about one night. This is SummerSlam. And SummerSlam 2025 is a declaration. It's WWE saying that history matters, but the future hits harder. What we saw tonight was the first domino. Tomorrow night, it continues. Bigger stakes. Heavier consequences. More betrayals. More glory. And if you thought this tag match was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. Stay tuned, stay hyped, stay ready, because the summer belongs to WWE. And SummerSlam is just getting started.